The day of the Passover celebration has arrived. You can call this also the festival of unleavened bread. On the first day of this festival, people will sacrifice the Passover lamb. Jesus' disciples ask him, "Where do you want us to go and make preparations for you to eat the Passover?" Jesus asks two of his disciples, Peter and John, to go to Jerusalem. He says, "Go and make preparations for us to eat the Passover." They ask, "Where do you want us to prepare for it?" Jesus replies, "As you enter the city, a man carrying a jar of water will meet you. Follow him to the house that he enters, and say to the owner of the house, 'The teacher asks, where is the guest room where I may eat the Passover with my disciples?' He will show you a large room upstairs, all furnished and ready. Make preparations for us there." Peter and John leave Jesus and the other disciples behind. They go to Jerusalem. And indeed, as they enter the city, they see a man carrying a jar of water. This was unusual, because normally only women carried water to use it at home. Peter and John follow the man, and he leads them to a house. There they meet the owner of the house. They tell him, "Our teacher would like you to show us the guest room, where he can eat the Passover meal with his disciples." The owner says, "Come with me upstairs. There I have a large room." Do you see? It all happens exactly how Jesus has said. Jesus knows everything. Now Peter and John can make everything ready for the Passover celebration. They set the table and prepare the meal. In the evening, Jesus and the disciples arrive. There is no servant to wash their feet. The disciples look at each other. Who is the least one who needs to do such a job? No one wants to do it. They all think that they are more important than another. They just recline at the table. Jesus says, "I have looked forward to eating this Passover meal with you before my suffering begins." When the evening meal is in progress, something special happens. Jesus gets up from the meal. He takes off his outer clothing and wraps a towel around his waist. After that, he pours water into a basin and begins to wash his disciples' feet, drying them with the towel that is wrapped around him. Peter thinks, "This is not right. Our master shouldn't be washing our feet like this." When Jesus comes to Peter, he says, "Lord, are you going to wash my feet?" Jesus replies, "You do not realize now what I am doing, but later you will understand." "No," says Peter, "you shall never wash my feet." Jesus replies, "But if I don't, you can have no part with me." Peter exclaims, "Then wash my hands and head as well, not just my feet." Peter knows he cannot live without Jesus. Do you know that as well? Now Jesus tells Peter, "Those who have had a bath need only to wash their feet. Their whole body is clean. And you are clean, though not every one of you." For Jesus knows who is going to betray him. That is why he says not everyone is clean. When Jesus is finished washing the feet of the disciples, he puts on his clothes again and returns to his place. "Do you understand what I have done for you?" he asks. "You call me teacher and Lord, and rightly so, for that is what I am. Now that I, your Lord and teacher, have washed your feet, you also should wash one another's feet. I have set you an example, that you should do as I have done for you. Jesus wants his disciples and us to know that it is very important that we don't think about ourselves as if we are very important. No, he wants us to be humble and willing to serve others. Therefore he continues, "Very truly I tell you, no servant is greater than his master, nor is a messenger greater than the one who sent him." Now that you know these things, you will be blessed if you do them.